Okay, let's try something different.
Hey guys, welcome to the Away From Gaming podcast.
Oh my god, we're alive?
Yeah. We're back from last week, right? We sound exactly the same.
Yeah. So much has happened this past week.
Nothing has happened.
This past week.
Depends on what planet we're
Oh, unless the upload schedule's a bit off, I don't know.
Yeah, we recorded a bunch of stuff.
I
So
have
this
slow
Smash
computer took forever.
Yeah.
This
We
Smash
actually
Bros.
had an advanced copy of Smash Brothers.
in
but
2016, which is
yeah.
when we last recorded, I believe.
That's right.
In advance of E3, right?
That's
was
right.
it even was the Switch out at that point? No, because it was.
We got an advanced
2017.
copy of the Switch as well.
Nintendo
So-
hooked us up.
So yeah, this is Dylan.
Hey, it's Sebastian.
And Chris.
Cool. So yeah, we've got some Super Smash playing, and please excuse how amazing I am at this game
This is Dylan's first time playing
on a Switch, let alone the game.
Actually, yeah, that's
They
So-
don't know who's who.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay. So for
think
tournament,
We're all the winners.
Yeah.
We're the winners.
Just pay attention to who wins. That's
My
who we
my
are.
name is CPU Fox.
Yeah. Tournament's sake, I'm Guy or Guy if you're from French Canada. Guy Bowser. And what was your?
I think at one point I'm not Fox.
Not Fox, or you are Fox.
Yeah.
Chris is Flood.
Flood.
That's what he does when all the girls come.
No,
rolling
that's
around.
what they do when I come.
Oh shit!
when I come around.
No, I thought you just flooded the room.
What's the room?
That would be
As
the
like a
best.
A
safety
whole
precaution.
bunch of me's flood the room.
Yeah.
It's like preemptive.
Preemptive flood. Oh man. Well, just to catch us up, since it has actually been a while. Let's go quickly around the table. Say what's new in each other's lives.
All right. So we'll start with the basic stuff. So over here.
I
to
now
my...
identify as a girl.
Yeah, I know, right? Over here to my left, Sebastian, married now.
Hey.
Over here to my right, Chris, engaged. Over here in the center, 5 years, same girlfriend. Yeah.
No, but you've gotten a new job.
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone's kind of moved up around, and actually,
I've gotten a much better job.
yeah, and we're all kind of working and doing our thing. Definitely, feeling that married life is nice. Chris, you're next in line. Dylan, you're after that.
Yeah.
No pressure though.
No pressure.
Right?
No pressure, but do you have the ring yet?
I don't know if I can say.
He's got the ring to rule them all.
I've got rings,
The cock ring?
we usually don't talk about those rings.
Oh, I thought you were Sonic.
Santa got rings. That's right.
Yeah. No, you're gonna main a Sonic in the future, and just at that point, just get all of the rings. Man, if only Frodo, like somebody from Lord of the Rings, was in this game.
But like low key, I've told Amanda that we should totally get Lord of the Rings rings.
Oh,
It'd be sick.
yo! At one point, I definitely wanted that as well, with
Yeah.
some Elven script on it.
Yeah, and it would be perfect. You just get it in a slightly different gold.
Yeah.
You
And
can
then-
find those online. Like,
Yeah,
they actually
for
make
sure.
it, like,
But I'm saying if you wanted to get it as like your wedding band, you could actually still just make it's a plain gold ring, right? So
It is with
Mine-
with etching.
yeah. So
yeah, mine's not gold though. I have tungsten carbide.
Hmm.
But once again, if you go online, you can find those rings styles in silver or whatever, but
Yeah.
with just the script, right?
If you go online, you could do anything custom.
Yeah, I mean that way I could get a tattoo around my ring finger and then just put the wedding ring over
Would
it.
it be a Sonic ring?
Sonic ring?
Sonic ring?
They're pretty much the same ring. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean
It's a bootleg ring. Would you also wear a Oklahoma City jersey to your wedding? On top of that, if you guys don't know, if you guys have Twitter, honestly, you need to follow the account. I'm bringing it up now. I'm pretty sure it's called Bootleg Stuff. Just a bunch of pictures of everything bootleg in the world. So anything from Gucci, and
But it's not Gucci.
it's not Gucci, so it'll be misspelled. So it's bootleg _ stuff.
Gucky.
Gucky.
With the @ handle. Yeah, like it's basically anything that
Guccio.
has to be that is copywritten, right?
Gaka.
Like
Guck.
there's a mouse boy costume because they can't call it Mickey Mouse.
The colors are wrong too. It's great.
Yeah. Instead of Dunkin' Donuts, they have Donny Donuts. This account's pretty funny. It gives me a chuckle every now and then when it pops up on my feed.
I wonder how meta they get, because like you know how like for example, a recent meme, Ugandan Knuckles is a knockoff of Knuckles. Would they have like knockoff Ugandan Knuckles merch?
Oh, for sure.
That'd be great.
People have definitely made money off of that, right? Like,
Definitely.
memes have exploded.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's funny because memes have been around since the dawn of time, but the dawn of the internet age.
Definitely a missed opportunity there, because when you said, "Do you know what?" I thought you were gonna say, "Do you know the meme?"
Do you know this meme? I
Guess
should
that's
have.
a little bit played out. It's 2019 now.
Yeah, let's leave Uganda Knuckles in
2018.
2019 is just an
2018,
extension of
best
time.
year, right, guys?
Oh yeah.
Year of the meme.
Year of identifying as whatever you want.
Isn't Chinese New Year coming up? And
It is
It's
in a couple
mad.
it's
weeks.
the year of the meme.
Yeah, Kong Fat Joy.
Year of the Sanic.
Yeah. If only.
Wait, when was the year of the monkey?
When we were born,
Where
and
were we?
every year,
Every different.
So
Every
we were
8
year
years,
of the
right?
Huh?
10 years, 8 years,
I thought it was like 12.
12.
Year of the
sounds
Danky
right.
King?
Yeah, yeah.
Every 12
sounds
years.
right.
Yeah.
Year of the Danky King.
So it would be 92, then it would be 2004, and then 2016. So it's already passed.
2016.
Why
Damn.
do you ask?
And then the next
Well,
one
the
will
year
be
of the Danky
2028.
King.
Oh,
2028.
We should
right now
be-
we're in the year of the pig.
Yeah.
Pig?
I know that for sure because I
Okay.
walked through the mall and they had Chinese New Year.
You went to Mandarin?
No. Yeah.
Kung Hei Fat Choi. Happy Chinese New Year. Please eat our lunch menu for.
So I guess it's the year of
$30.
the Ganondorf.
Is he a pig?
Yeah, I mean in canon.
In
Doesn't he turn into like a giant
Ganon?
boar?
Yeah.
Ganondorf?
Yeah.
That's Ganondorf?
I'm pretty sure that's Ganondorf. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, so just getting you back into the swing of things with this podcast, we honestly want to just talk about anything that's happened in the last couple of years in terms of gaming. We've seen our fair share of games come out. Hyped games, bad
I
games.
finally got an Xbox because I didn't have one the last time we were recording.
That's true.
You didn't?
No.
And I got an Xbox stolen and then
Yeah.
replaced it, and then now I'm finally playing it again.
That
Meanwhile,
took
I've been
like
playing.
a very long time.
I haven't played.
You've been consistent.
I've been consistent.
Yeah.
But in terms of exploration of games, I mean, Dylan, you've probably,
Yeah.
even though
quite
you
a
probably
fuckload.
took the most time off of Xbox, you still probably played a more variety of them.
For sure. I've definitely
indie
started
wise
getting
and-
back into it as well now.
Because
So-
you've always been into achievement hunting.
Yeah. In fact, I think the next episode we record will probably be going for 100,000. Hopefully.
What are you at now? Gamer score
Wanna
wise.
say gamer score. I'm at maybe 96,000.
4K away. So what? Let's say. I mean,
Based off our schedule, I'll already be past 100,000. But
I remember when
You've been hearing 200,000.
wow. I remember when 360 games first got launched with achievements and all. Most of them capped at around 1,000 gamer
Yeah.
score, right?
Yeah.
And then games like I think Halo, when with DLC.
when they
and stuff,
started getting DLC, they started going to. I think the cap was still set at like 15.
I know like Fallout.
Because
3
DLCs
got a
weren't
bunch.
allowed initially. They weren't allowed to have more than 200 gamer score. And even arcade games, they had a rule. It was like only 200 per an arcade game.
Oh,
But I
damn.
think they've lifted that because now the like line between an arcade and indie title are very like blurry. Because I've seen arcade games with 1000G before,
Yep.
as well as I've seen other games that aren't quite arcade games like Smite. Sorry, that's
Smith.
like
Is that the
2000.
bootleg version of
Probably.
Smith?
So, yeah.
Oh damn! I didn't know the cap.
They've definitely lifted it because I've seen multiple games now that cross that 2,000 threshold.
So you're looking at anywhere realistically probably a handful of games before you reach that, but through completion though.
Through
Otherwise,
completion, I could do it with 3 games, I guess.
Yeah.
Because we're currently, you guys, because no one had Xboxes at the same time. Finally, Juan, Sebastian, myself, and Chris have all got copies of Halo 5, so we're doing the campaign on Legendary. So that should safely, I would say, get me to about 97,000. But what I'm planning...
Hey, did
or
you mention
thinking-
Juan?
Yeah,
Okay, well,
Yeah,
sorry,
just now.
I blanked out there for a second.
He's not here with us, but
Yeah.
he's alive.
He's dead. No. Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
Scratch
What
that,
I'm
he's
what
not
I'm
dead.
thinking is maybe if I can get to like 98, 99, high 99 with other games, then by the time we're done Halo 5, maybe I can get my 500,000 in one of the legendary missions.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
Damn, like the one thing I realized, and I mean, like you said, we've been playing Halo through the campaign for Halo 5, either on heroic, legendary, just getting those achievements and skulls. I forgot how much I liked Halo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, reason why I went down Halo, the Xbox 360 path. Prior to that, I was on PlayStation, PS2, right? Man, can't believe that was what, 12 years ago. 2007, probably around the time that I got started on Xbox 360. But yeah, anyways, I didn't really, you know, I was kind of like, oh yeah, you know, I want to have a PlayStation 3 over Xbox 360. But one of the reasons was, okay, all of my friends are going on Xbox 360 and Halo 3, obviously. So not having an original Xbox, the only time I really played the first two Halos was at my cousin's house, and at that point, you know, you're like 13, 14. You're like, yo, I'm playing this cool shooter. I think at that time it was still M for mature.
Yeah.
And then I think one of the more recent ones is T for teen. Halo 4, I think, was rated T for teen, wasn't it?
I want to say you're right.
I mean, by that time we were.
I think
way
Halo
past.
5 is for sure.
Halo 5. I'm looking at the case right
Because
now.
there's no blood in the game that I can think of.
Yeah, and if it is, it's just alien, like purple blood.
Purple, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because even the Prometheans, they disappear when you kill them, right? They don't actually
they're
stay.
like energy.
Yeah, they like
energy
dissipate.
beams, yeah.
So
Yeah, so I mean those were two main reasons why I wanted to get a 360 as friends in Halo 3, and then at that point, I think soon after I started playing Halo 3, COD 4 came out, and then it was just no contest. We spent hours in those first few.
Oh
Call
yeah,
of Duties.
definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I remember all three of us used to go fucking ham on Modern Warfare 2.
Yep. Oh yeah, when that came out.
Because it was also like we
damn.
were also the prime age for it.
Mhm.
We were all like 17. We had plenty of time after school.
Yeah, we were
The
the,
prime
target.
That was
audience.
perfect. We were the prime demographic for that game, and it was a good game too. It came out at the right time. So.
Yeah. Well, we went way in the past with those. We weren't recording back then. I don't think a lot of people were recording back then. But in terms of in the last couple of years, games we've been playing, and I think one of our last videos was like, what did we like about the E3 conference? It was actually the time they announced the Xbox One S, the Slim.
Yep.
And we're like, yo, is it stupid? And meanwhile, now I'm looking over, and Dylan, you've got it. I've got it.
Yeah, I was just
I
gonna
have,
say
but that was the one that
all
I-
four of
Yeah.
us have purchased
Oh,
it.
Yeah, we're like,
Honda too.
Literally all
this
four
is
of us
awesome.
have purchased it.
And granted, I got mine. It was I think Christmas time. There was obviously Boxing Day deals
yeah.
and things like that at EB, and I was able to trade in my old one, and I think it was only like literally $50 to upgrade.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think I got the money back anyways because I sold my digital copy of Overwatch when it came with
Nice.
that. So I was just like, okay, well, I
God
just up.
damn it.
I will still say, I think it's dumb, but
It works.
I only got it because I happened to get the other one stolen, and because
Sure, air quotations, stolen.
and because insurance paid for the new one. So like, it wasn't my money anyways. I was like, whatever, I have to buy one regardless. So here it is. And by the time I got it, it was like the same price as the regular. And in fact, by the time I replaced it, the friggin' X was out, and I was debating between the S and the X. It wasn't even like the original wasn't even in my mind.
Scorpio, remember when they
Yeah.
called it Scorpio?
Yeah. So
Didn't
Yeah, like last week, right?
last week? Did Juan get the Scorpio?
he did get the X eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, because on that 4K grind. Well, I mean the S is 4K too, but
Yeah.
he actually has
Well,
a 4K
no.
TV
The S
Correct.
upscales.
plays
Upscales.
videos
videos.
at 4K. It doesn't play at 4K.
Correct.
Only the X plays at 4K.
Yeah. Natively.
Yes.
That native.
Yeah, and that's
Or should I
actually
saying
that's
it's
the only
stolen?
reason I didn't. Yeah, it's original 4K. It's the only reason I
The
didn't.
Xbox Christopher Columbus.
Oh, listen, it's more like the Xbox Sacagawea. if anything.
Sacagawea. Genghis Khan going super far.
Yeah.
Xbox GK. GK Glamour shoot.
I mean, they usually name their projects after like
What are all these bootleg systems?
systems, right?
So,
Speaking of bootleg systems,
Yo,
you guys
Soulja
heard
Boy?
about Soulja Boy?
Soulja Boy. Oh my God,
man.
Chris, you heard about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Geez.
Nintendo ain't gonna do anything.
here's our lawyer. No, oh my god, I don't know. And it's funny. It's not even that he made it himself. He's buying ones that are already bootlegged and then selling at a premium.
He's just like literally doing.
He might be a
large
mastermind.
scale drop shipping.
Yeah, he's literally just using his name, right?
Yeah.
That's all it is. And the funny thing is that you would think that they would want a bigger artist. Because, like, let's be real, like, Soulja Boy is not really that relevant outside of North America. I don't think, I'd be surprised, at least, if he had a following in Europe. And, I mean, I'd be very, very surprised.
That following up.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if they were cranking it in Asia. But,
well, it's
I mean,
that's where it's coming from.
We were Gangnam styling in America.
yeah.
Is Soulja Boy our Psy?
I hope not. Psy's way too cool.
Yeah, I would not be represented by Soulja Boy.
Does Psy have anything equivalent to Supermaning that hoe?
Yeah, the Gangnam
The
Style
noodle thing, right?
The dance
The
that he
noodle
did.
thing that he does in the video.
Yeah.
I mean, the dance has made it into a bunch of video. A bunch?
Yeah,
I
like
know
the
Fortnite.
YouTube Rewind.
Oh yeah, it's an emote in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Oh, you were talking about Crank That?
No,
Or Gangnam
Gangnam
Style.
Style.
Gangnam Style.
Well, there it is.
Which
Crank-
Fortnite is being sued over all of those.
Yeah, they're not going to get $1. That's fine.
Oh, yeah,
Backpack
there's-
Kid, you know. Yeah.
Most of the people who are suing aren't even
The
like,
original creators
There
of
was-
those
There's
movies.
that.
There was a
but
game
most
theory.
of them aren't even enthusiastic
Yeah.
about actually going through with
They're
it.
just doing
Yeah.
because it's the popular thing to do is sue
because
Fortnite.
it gives them more notoriety on
Yeah.
them in and of
Yeah.
themselves just because they're in the news cycle.
Yeah. And I get that for, like, some of the people that are only known for the move and they're just, like, trying to extend their 15 minutes into, like, 16 minutes. But, like, the guys that are actors, I just don't get it at all because it's like, do you not have anything else to do? As well as it's like, I'd understand if you had a project out and you're, like, trying to use this as a way to, like, promote the movie. But, like, you're not. So, I don't know.
Yeah, even like the music artists.
Shame on Carlton. It's just going to stop me from watching Fresh Prince.
I know, right?
he's a big one that talking about suing. But yeah,
It's probably just the lawyers coming up to them being like,
For sure.
"Yo, nudge, nudge,
But the
go
thing to
sue
me
them so
that's
I
like
can get money."
confusing is like, let's use this as an example. I don't know who actually owns it, but let's say Warner Brothers is the one that owns Fresh Prince. Why aren't they the one? Because they're the production company. They own the syndication of the show. Why aren't they the ones making this too? Why would the actor that portrayed him do it?
I think because in the script it said do a dance and it
Yeah.
wasn't actually scripted
And-
dance.
oh,
Correct, but he does it more than once. It becomes canon. Because after that, they make it the Carlton dance. And I guarantee the script said that after. The first time, sure, it may have been improvised, partially. But, like, on subsequent episodes, definitely not.
Well, it's probably because the company knows that it's a lost fight. They can't get the money.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point everyone's looking to just get a piece of the pie, the popularity pie, right? So whether or not they get money.
Well, yeah, after the first person goes in, everyone else is obviously just tagging on because it doesn't cost that much to jump in.
Epic could pay to put it all away.
For sure, but I guarantee they won't.
They won't. I mean, the case is probably too strong against the other guys. Epic
I
has all the
find-
lawyers in the world to
Yeah.
find the loopholes
Yeah.
and
I also find dance is a very hard thing for anyone to really copyright.
oh yeah,
There was like, how do you substantiate it?
There was an interesting, and I'll plug in the game theorists on this.
I watched that as well, actually.
The recent
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, they spoke about how it requires a certain amount of creativity and moves and things
Yeah.
like that. So
But that's more of like a choreography kind of thing, right? Because
Yeah.
I looked up after
Choreographed,
watching that, like what kind of dances are
like the Nutcracker one?
currently like have patents or have licenses, and they're all like exactly plays. So to me, it almost seems like it has to be like a heavily choreographed dance, because even things that are like ubiquitous, such as like the single ladies dance, Beyonce doesn't have that trademarked.
Yeah,
So
I think Destiny has the single ladies dance now. Destiny
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
They introduced emotes. and-
emotes. They had
dances.
emotes, I think, in the first one too.
They did, yeah.
Oh yeah. They just did
I-
they start
well, I
the
mean,
original?
I should say they do have emotes because I've never played the second one,
And they
and I
have
will never
pretty
play
much
second
the
one.
same ones as Fortnite. but they're not being attacked. There's a lot of
Yeah.
games with the
It's 'cause they're-
Carlton
they're
because
not as
Epic,
popular.
yeah, Fortnite is
because
the king of
it's-
games
yeah,
right now.
It's the
It's really
face.
big right. That's where all the money is
Pimp
right
Daddy.
now.
Can you
Well,
believe?
I mean, people obviously know, even though it's Activision and like Bungie, the fact that the game sells for fucking like $9 at certain places, clearly they don't have that much money from the game. So if everyone digs in on them versus Fortnite, that's like making fuckloads of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
free game, technically free game, technically free beta,
Freemium game.
premium. No one
Free
hey,
beta. Yeah, that was hilarious. The other day we were playing and I was like, wait, this game's still a beta? I was like, this game's been out since I stopped playing and I came back.
gives them the right to
Damn.
say, sorry, we have these bugs.
Good for them, man.
Hey, whatever works for them. You know, at the end of the day, they're
I
looking
find
to
it
get money.
interesting when that happens because it like ruins the concept of these terms.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like we have English for a reason. You call things a beta, an alpha,
I feel like, or demo.
a final copy, a demo. So I don't know. And also, I don't know if you guys have noticed that the term demo is like almost entirely gone. I've never
you
seen
Can't get any demos now.
a demo.
Not in cereal boxes, at least.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are the best.
You know,
Well,
frosted
that's
flakes.
a long time gone.
That Tycoon.
Yeah.
The tycoon
Gotta get that
demos.
Tycoon fix.
Monopoly. It was
Oh,
basically
yeah.
board games, but
Those were
digital.
the best games,
digital.
man. Game of Life,
Yeah.
Game
Serial
of Life.
Edition.
Cereal edition.
No, I
Isn't
think
there a life
Tycoon
cereal?
was my biggest
Yeah.
time sink
It
when
was
it
life
was.
cereal.
Did
when
they
it was out.
did they give Game of Life
I don't
discs
think
in
so.
the life cereal?
I think it was
It's too much life.
I don't remember which brand. One of the bigger cereal brands.
I remember getting a Cap'n Crunch game. That was fun.
There was a game with Cap'n Crunch.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember when BK was making their games?
Yes, I do. Xbox games, in fact.
Xbox 360 games.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Yeah, with the
Those
with
were
the king.
limited. Those were
Burger
limited
King
achievements as well.
Yeah.
Even though it was like a full disc game, I remember those were limited
Oh,
achievements.
dope. There was a racing game with the BK King.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was
He was
fun.
like on a pocket rocket.
I think there are
Yeah.
5. Yeah, there's 5 games or so.
Hilarious. Oh man, good times.
Yeah.
Again, we went way back. Okay, in the last 2 years, what games have stood out for you?
All right,
Last 2 weak years.
Just Cause 3, because it was the last game that I was playing when I stopped playing, and then the first game I started playing when I got the Xbox again, as well as Just Cause 4, which just came out a couple weeks back.
So they released Just Cause 3, and then 2 weeks later, Just Cause 4.
Well, Just Cause 3 came out when we
Yes,
last
that is the
recorded, which is a
timeline.
day ago. And yeah, exactly. And then Just Cause 4 came out in December of 2017. So yeah,
2018.
2018. You're right. I don't know what year we're in.
What year is it? Me? Definitely not that year.
Yeah.
So Just Causes have stood out for you.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of criticism about 4. People are saying it's like basically the same game. It's not, only because the game operates very smoothly. It's not. I don't know. I find that I don't care too much about graphics. The thing that matters more for me is fun as well as like performance. The game needs to perform well, because if it's not doing what it's supposed to do effectively, why do it pretty? Like, I don't need a game that looks nice but does nothing. I would rather have a game that looks mediocre and performs really well. So yeah. And I mean, I think that also comes with age, because we're like older and we've seen a whole bunch of games and we've seen like these really pretty looking games. We're like getting more used to like, I just want a game that's fun. I want a game that is as good as I remember games used to
because
be.
Games are starting to become super disappointing.
They are
Like,
definitely balls.
literally every single one that comes out, I'm just like not excited anymore.
Yeah, they're
Are
definitely.
you also becoming cynical?
I think it's definitely part of age,
Yeah.
because we're
Yeah.
older and we have more experience.
Because think of it this way, like you're probably like me, where graphics aren't a big thing,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Look how excited we
Yeah,
are
okay,
about
but-
Smash Bros. To be honest, right?
Yeah.
It's a nod to our childhood. It's definitely plays on our nostalgic factor, but as a comparison, when I got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I'll talk about what games I've
Been playing.
been playing, but when I got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with my Switch, I wasn't a fan of the fact that all your characters were unlocked. All you had all the courses unlocked. The only thing you really were working to unlock was accessories for your vehicles,
and
right?
stuff.
Things like that.
Different,
yeah.
aspects.
Your glider and things like that. When Smash Bros was announced and confirmed that you had to unlock your characters.
You only started with one.
Oh, in the story mode,
Oh, in
the
story
spirit
mode.
mode,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But you start with the original roster in Super Smash Bros. For the N64.
Yep.
And then from there, it's randomized, and you go through unlocking them, with the random encounters after. And pretty much any mode that you play in,
Yeah.
You do a couple matches with your friends in Smash, regular Smash, and all of a sudden,
It's good replayability because
absolutely
it makes you want to keep playing.
absolutely, you can learn how to play in so many different ways with so many
And different
fighters,
characters,
over 60
yeah.
fighters. It's incredible how much of a
69.
breath of fresh air this has been for me in the fighting genre. I was never into Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, things like that. But this, bringing it back to my childhood and playing this has been so fun. It's our first time playing together.
Yeah,
Tournament
and
mode.
on that note, like, fighting games were never a thing that I was interested in. It was just not my genre. But this fighting game is a party game.
It is.
You just get a bunch of guys together.
This
you
ends
just have fun.
friendships along
Yeah.
with Mario Party and probably Mario Kart. Look
Yeah.
at Nintendo
It's-
bringing us together and tearing
Because
our families apart.
and this is kind of like what I was kind of circling around is this console, the Switch in general, is not really aimed at our demographic for the most part. We happen to be people that purchased it. You guys did, at least. But truthfully, it is a child's console when you compare it to the Xbox or the PS4 currently.
Well, in
And
terms
so the
of
fact that-
content being offered.
Correct. And so the fact that they're making games like this, it's not really being made for us for nostalgic purposes. It happens to fill that slot because there's an absence of that in other games. But it's being made so that kids can also enjoy this. So I think it really does speak to the value of them bringing it back to like basic, where games used to be like this, where you had one thing, you have to like work your way up to unlock everything, as well as the fact that you guys kind of hit it on the head where like there's replayability as well as couch co-op. How many fucking games have co-op nowadays? Like, it's so hard. You have to look it up.
Which games can we bring a console to one
Yeah.
house and just sit down together and play?
It's so rare. You can count them on a hand. You actually have to research it beforehand nowadays.
Yeah,
Because even games that seem
the idea
like
of
they
couch
should-
co-op.
Yeah. Because I was thinking about this the other day when I was playing with Amanda, my girlfriend. Like, what games can we actually even play together? Because there are a lot of games that we can take turns playing, but like, how many games inherently have co-op built into them? Because even when it seems like it should obviously be part of the game, sometimes it's not. And games that used to have local co-op have removed it and just have online co-op. So it's like, for example, people that have brothers and sisters, are they playing on two consoles in the same house?
They wanna increase those console
It doesn't
sales.
make sense.
Two
Well, I mean,
copies,
that's the
two
reason is
systems.
to-
It is, but
Now
like,
you
come on,
need to
you already-
buy more copies.
But at least there's
Yeah,
games
I don't
like
know.
A Way Out, which Juan has been dying to play because he's got a copy. You only need one disc, and you can send a invite to a friend, right?
Essentially,
Yeah, but
every
it's-
purchase gives you two.
But it's a trial version of the game, so I'm curious how how
it's
that'll
not
play
even a
out.
full.
We haven't played it yet, so I don't want to promote it yet without knowing what it quite involves.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling it's going to be a time trial, just from my experience with these things,
think-
and that might just be me being cynical. But we'll see how that works.
Yeah, like that game got announced, came out, did its thing, and kind of
Faded into
Yeah.
the
faded
ether.
into whatever. So is what it is. I personally don't have any interest in it. In terms of what I've been playing last couple years, and more recently, it's whatever I bought that stands out in the last couple months. And I was one of those guys. I bought Fallout 76. I got Red Dead. I got Smash Bros. Obviously. Smash Bros.
What's your opinion on 76?
So here's the thing,
Shouldn't ask someone that. It's rude. That's a faux pas on 29. That's one of his trigger warnings, guys.
Oh man, I'm triggered. So many fanboys were.
Yeah.
You know what? Fallout 76 was an experiment. I really feel that for Bethesda.
A full cost
Yeah.
experiment.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna be biased because I got it discounted when E3 announced it.
But
There's usually those E3 sales, Walmart,
Yeah.
whatever.
You can't be biased. You have to pretend the game
Cost me a full
the full
thing. Considering I haven't picked it up since, let's say, late November. It came out, I think, in November.
Yeah.
So I played it for a couple weeks. I think I got to like level 20. I explored a lot of the wasteland there in Virginia and the Appalachians. Appalachia. I feel like it's a Fallout game. The online factor a lot of people were very hesitant with it because they're like, with the whole PvP aspect. Well, what if somebody just keeps trying to grief me and kill me and follow me and troll me, right? I didn't experience any of that. There was people I encountered. We just kind of fought the CPUs, the mostly machines out there, Protectrons and things like that. So my experience playing it wasn't as negative as others were. The glitches that people were reporting, I didn't find anything that was game breaking. The odd thing was just clipping and lag. It felt kind of awkward to run at times. I felt like my stamina was running out way too quick, so I'd run for 5 seconds and all of a sudden I'm breathing heavily and I'm
over encumbered.
Yeah, if I'm carrying too much. So I'm gonna be returning to it. Definitely give it more of a chance because I really want to play through it.
Maybe they'll update a little. Give some.
Yeah,
patches.
you know what? They must. There's definitely been updates since. Now, with that being said, I don't mind the game as much, but I can't agree with the stuff that they've been doing on the side, promising the collector's edition, the whole bag,
the fucking bag situation,
bag gate.
Fuck that.
They went around their word like once or twice with that, and then I heard that there was also a problem with an alcoholic beverage that they were offering.
Yeah.
Nuka-Cola. It was actually just a sleeve, not an actual bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, they were promoting some sort of drink. I forget it was beer or rum.
It's like a crossover.
Yeah, with an actual. It was supposed to be a limited edition bottle, right?
Yeah.
No.
Just the
sleeve. It was like a regular bottle, like in a sleeve.
Yeah.
So
that is bad practice.
But the thing is too is it's like they're cutting corners for a reason. It's not like we're talking about small companies here. These are well-established companies that have a lot of bank behind them. Yeah. So I just don't. I don't.
They got that
understand
Fallout shelter money.
Yeah.
Those microtransactions.
Yeah, and I mean, like, even aside from that, I'm sure their production budget is quite big. So things like that I can't get behind.
Yeah. Well, all they have to do is announce Elder Scrolls, which they did, and people are just gonna go crazy over it.
I will say though, your review of the game just now, if Bethesda heard it, is probably a glowing review because what they'll take, like, how they have those quotes sometimes on like DVD covers and games.
Yeah.
The quote they'll take from it is, "It's a Fallout game, Sebastian." That's the quote. It's a Fallout game.
I didn't feel any game-breaking bugs. That's a
game.
plus. There is one. Yeah, no, that's a good point. There's a game that's been announced, but we'll get into that later on. I'll just quickly touch base on a couple more games that I've picked up that once again, and I think this is just me getting older, but I got Far Cry 5.
Yeah, I have that too.
And Shadow of War.
Okay, I played that one too.
Both of which I haven't beaten. I've played through. I dabbled in some co-op with Far Cry 5.
Is Far Cry co-op?
Yeah.
You can do 2-player co-op for campaign.
Oh.
And there's
online,
also
online only.
Online only.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
No couch. And then there's also like matchmaking, like get into death matches or something. So I didn't try that out.
No,
but
ever since we started playing Halo, like I just want to play co-op games.
I will say Far Cry
friends.
has had it before this game because I remember back in Far Cry 3, 2 even maybe. 2 definitely had a PvP, but I think 3 is the first one that had a co-op mode because I remember I played the full thing with Bradley. Mind you, at that time, it isn't as good as this one is because this one you can actually play the main campaign with a friend and it's drop in, drop out. Whereas back in Far Cry 3, it was a separate campaign completely. It was just like co-op mode, and it was completely separate of the single player.
Thing, yeah.
So that's something. I've also recently played Forza Horizon 4, which also came out recently.
They're into racing games. I'm into NHL.
Yeah.
So hockey games.
Yeah, you got all of them.
Yeah.
I didn't get the most recent one because I feel like I'm not good.
Yeah, you need to sink some hours in and exploit a lot of glitch goals to be considered good online.
Like once it becomes less about having fun and more about how you can fuck with the game to get it into your favor, I'm not into that. Like I really like playing, like, I'll let you continue with your list. I'll just say mine because mine's super short. In the amount of time
Overwatch.
In the amount of time that I had my Xbox, I pretty much only play Overwatch. So yeah, if you want to add me,
What's your
pretty
what's
much
your gamer tag?
it'll be in the description.
That's a lot of work, man. You can just say
Scroll down. It's
I mean,
fine.
if you guys want, just watch some of our previous videos. It's definitely in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
you
we
go
played
through
on
the
one of
hours.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, we need some ad revenue.
we
Yeah,
need
those
some more
happen.
watch views.
We need some ad revenue from the game, from the videos that are not monetized.
And
My
I
mom
must
thinks
say,
I'm a streamer,
Yeah, that's right.
a YouTuber.
one last thing that I'll say, I was super disappointed with Call of Duty Blops 4. Blops 4
Give it
is the
full
worst. The worst. I fucking hate it. To be honest, I never liked the Black Ops series, but this one by far has made me the most angriest just owning.
And I'll tell you right now, it's the first Call of Duty since I started playing Call of Duty 4, as we mentioned earlier. It's the first Call of Duty title I have not purchased. Whereas the other ones went to midnight launches. I still remember MW2, I think MW3, at least one of the Black Ops midnight launches. Bought DLC and the Season's Pass on a few of them. I couldn't.
The only the only Call of Duty game that I've ever bought DLC for was Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
That was the only one. After that, I never bought DLC because I do not believe that DLC should be a thing that's paid for. Because nowadays, they're seriously abusing that system.
Yeah.
At first, it was fine, but it's the state in which it's in right now that I do not support.
Now, man, it's not even DLC. Because, like, where it was kind of a tenuous place.
Yeah.
But it was okay. I was still on board because it was a $60 game. And DLCs were like $5-10.
And the thing is
And
they
the
gave
price
you the
went-
full game,
And the price went
and
down.
these were add-ons.
And the price went down. It was a depreciating asset. So, like, initially, for example, Halo 3 had 3 DLC packs. Initially, the pack, when it first came out, $10. You didn't need to purchase it because the game didn't force you to purchase it. They had separate playlists for people that had the DLC. And if you purchased it, you could play those DLC packs. And then when it became required, quote-unquote, because they still had map playlists without it, it dropped down to $5. So it's like, okay, it's still affordable. People can still play the game.
Right.
And then when it became completely mandatory, they basically dropped it to free. I, in fact, remember Cold Storage was a free DLC. Whereas later iterations, like if you look at Destiny, if you don't fucking buy the DLC, you can't play the game anymore.
Yep.
Like, you're completely
Locked
locked out
out.
of Crucible. So, I don't know. And they re-release copies of the game. It's not even like the game releases and then like a year later, Game of the Year edition. It's like the game releases again with the first DLC pack, game releases again with the second DLC pack, game releases again with like a new disc, and it's like, who is buying all these things?
So the Kingdom Hearts
yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
method.
Yeah.
Quick note of going back to Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I just found this out today, so I haven't confirmed, but I was talking to a coworker, and it's single confirmed. And you can buy a reticle for a gun in this game. I think it was for $4. It's a smiley reticle. It has been recycled from a previous
Yeah, it's in
Black
Black
Ops.
Ops, in the first one.
where it was $2. So they've recycled something that they
They're
have
recycling assets.
assets.
Really? It was paid DLC then? Because I had it. I didn't pay for it.
It was something you can buy previously, and now they've increased the price on
It
it.
couldn't have been a 360 title. It must have been. It must have been
must have
Black
been
Ops
X-
3.
Black Ops 3. So
Yeah, it must have been Black Ops 3.
A Treyarch title logo.
And I will tell you why I know that is because unlike Chris and Sebastian, my friends here, that it clearly held on to hope for way, way too long, I lost hope in Call of Duty way back at Call of Duty Ghosts. Call of Duty Ghosts, I did not purchase.
That was
Those I didn't purchase.
that was
These
the-
guys
that was
purchased.
the Eminem one where
they
he
they hated it, and then I got it for free from, I don't even remember, Cineplex Rewards or something, and I played it like, I want to say 18 minutes. You can go check my service record, and I stopped playing the game. I have it. It's on a shelf somewhere. And then every subsequent Call of Duty I purchased, Black Ops 1, 2, whatever, I never really played. And then since then, I just haven't purchased any of them. I think the last Call of Duty I have is World at War, and I bought it when I bought this Xbox. I've never played it.
I have to say though,
World War II, sorry, not World at War.
Advanced Warfare and the next one, like, there's Advanced Warfare and
That sucked. I hated that game.
That was the one with Kevin Spacey.
That one was stupid. What was the one that it was like
Infinite Warfare.
Infinite Warfare.
I didn't buy that one either.
Infinite was okay. Advanced was garbage. All of them were garbage. World War II, I must say, was fun. I had a lot of fun
but never
playing
played
it.
It was
really good. It had a lot of content that was fun, and the game mode, the war game mode, I must have sunk a shit ton of time into. Granted, I know it's not the first game to do something like that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think that sounds a lot like Battlefield Rush.
Yeah, but just given the fact that it was a Call of Duty game, it was really good. Battlefield, on the other hand, has also been going down the toilet.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah,
I mean,
they had
I
a
didn't even buy
quiet
this one.
launch.
Yeah.
They've had a quiet
It
launch.
wasn't
I have
quiet.
some
It
of
was
them. I have
fucking
some of them
garbage.
there, but yeah.
That was a trash launch.
I want to say 4 was good. 3 was excellent. 4 was good. Battlefield 1, which once again, don't really understand why you're doing that with your numbering system.
Because Battlefield won over Call of Duty that year.
So dumb. It should have been called
Which it
World
didn't.
War
I
One, if
remember.
anything.
I remember the whole, Xbox versus PlayStation, Call of Duty over
Yeah, they
over
should have.
Battlefield.
They should have
Honestly,
taken a note.
it's one thing that I've learned with age. It's like, man, they're all the same. If you enjoy a thing, buy it.
Yeah.
Apple versus Android. Like, you're gonna
Get whatever you want.
whatever you want. Hey, kids, get whatever you
But
want.
you know what, man? When we were younger,
Ask your parents. Get whatever you want.
and not to say,
Don't
not to
forget your
say
credit
this-
card. Your parents'
Not to
credit
say
card.
this as like a old person or young person kind of thing.
Settle down
Back
now.
when we were younger, there was a definitive difference between things.
Yeah.
The PS2 and the Xbox One, the original Xbox, there were very different games out for both of those consoles.
Yeah.
There were very few games that came out for both consoles. So there was a definitive reason for why you would buy one over the other. The PS3 and the Xbox 360, once again, the lines were a little bit blurred, but there were definitive reasons why you would have bought the 360 over the PS3. With the PS4 and the Xbox One, those reasons have fucking disappeared.
It's only
There's a handful of exclusives.
friends. My friends decided to stay with Xbox.
Pretty much.
That's why I did.
There's a handful of exclusives on either console, and
The more better
truthfully,
ones
it's
are-
just the fanboys that are sticking around because the games are not even the same as what they were before. Because even as someone that loves Halo, it's not the same as Halo 3. 4 and 5 they
even
came out
close.
for. It's not the same. It's not the same at all.
Pat's asked me on multiple occasions, hey, you want to go split these on a PS4 so we can buy Spider-Man?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Juan
and,
has
and,
it. Why
and
don't
this
you
is the
borrow
only
from
the only people that lose are the gamers, the ones that want to play games that happen to be on the other console. But it's like you can't cross that border because you're a fanboy, or you have a lot of money.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're not gonna.
So I don't know.
You're gonna have to choose now. The next.
And that's why I feel like Nintendo's smart, man. They've positioned themselves in a place where they're not in direct competition with either. So it's like,
They
well,
just
why
have
not
their
buy our
own
thing?
thing.
Yeah, why not buy our
Ecosystem,
thing?
yeah.
Because we're not competing with them, which is the right thing to do. I think that's smart. It's really
You
smart.
also notice that Nintendo games never really go on sale
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
or drop in price. Call of Duty after
Yeah.
a month or two is down to.
Or even
50%
the
of the cost.
Battlefield that just
Everything.
came out
Yeah.
was dropped to like half price and within a week or two.
Do you hear
Yeah.
PlayStation Classic? They
Yeah.
went and tried to compete with Nintendo Classic and SNES Classic.
There was
They-
a controversy.
The
as well with
PlayStation
that.
Classic, I think, released in Canada. I forget what for the retail price. It was like
I know it's $99 right now. Like if you wanted to buy
Yeah,
it,
so-
it's $100.
in the States. It must have been. It's been dropped dramatically. $40 within a couple. Like,
What?
A month. By like $40
Damn,
off down.
I want to buy that.
I don't know, man.
For $40, I would get
I
it.
heard that somebody modded
no.
their modded their Nintendo Classic to play the PlayStation games, and it worked better.
Okay.
So you don't want to buy it. If
Fair
you look
enough.
at the roster of games on the PlayStation Classic, it's not even ones that were popular at the time.
Yeah.
And that's, to be fair, Spyro reimagined or remastered, reignited. They're launching titles that once again play on the nostalgic factor.
As well
Remastering
as,
HD,
the Insane Trilogy.
Banjo-Kazooie, Crash Bandicoot. Banjo-Kazooie is
Banjo and Kazooie also got a
got a reboot.
Yeah.
Not a reboot. A facelift.
Yeah.
Facelift. Nice face. It's crazy to be honest how fast games other than Nintendo games drop in price. That's why I always hunt for deals. E3 there's usually discounts on titles.
I always wait for the game to come out and then make my decision.
Yeah, I've definitely gotten into the habit of doing that as well. And honestly, it's not even about the price point. It's just about like supporting a game that actually is worth supporting. That's why I bought the games that I knew I wanted to play, like Just Cause 4 and Forza Horizon 4. I'm like, I'm going to buy these anyways. I'm going to invest the money. I want them to keep making these games. But games that have countlessly disappointed me or on more than one occasion have let me down, i.e. Destiny, Call of Duty, Battlefield, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until your game is out for a bit, you've stabilized shit. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to keep giving you the full price when you haven't earned it the first time.
When you haven't been giving us the full effort.
So,
You know what killed Call of Duty for me after? Because like I said, I didn't get blocked for, and we were still playing World War II online, in a healthy amount. Fortnite, honestly, I got on the Fortnite train.
I still hate Fortnite. As much as we've played together, I hate that game.
When I play alone, I'll play for the challenges. When I play with friends, I'll play for like trying to win.
For the lulz.
For the lulz. I am surprised that I got into it. At first, I was like, I'm not into this. When I think it was around season 2, I started playing in late season 3, and have been playing it since. Getting the seasons pass. Technically, I think I've only had to make a purchase for the V-Bucks once, and then each season's pass, you get enough V-Bucks to purchase the next one with the V-Bucks.
Yeah.
I've purchased emotes as well, skins.
You're part of the problem.
damn, he's part of the problem. I didn't know this. Guys, you're getting this.
I mean,
this
when I say
information
it,
straight
I
off the
put
presses.
down probably $20 total, and I've had fun.
$20 given to
For
the
games
worst
still
person.
free. Oh, if you hear that, that's our 1-minute warning. You know what? We didn't get a chance to press or talk about games that were excited coming up. I guess we'll do some research for the next one so we can talk about that, because you know what? It's getting around that time of the year where game leaks are going to start coming out for the next upcoming titles. So we'll go ahead and explore that. I know there's a few games off the top of my head. Anthem is going to be a big one.
We'll talk about it.
We'll see what happens, what comes out with those. So for now, we're going to bid you adieu. We're going to end it here, and hopefully you enjoyed us talking about these games, and we'll come back and listen to us ramble on about other ones in the future. So for Chris, Dylan, and myself, we want to say bye, and thanks again for being away from gaming.
Bye.
See you next week.